Jonathan Lee Riches, aka JLR, Justice for Summerwells. Did Candus, her mother, and Summerwells stop at the Dollar General after they dropped Hunter off on the day Summer was reported missing, June 15th, 2021? Did they stop at the Dollar General after they dropped Hunter off? So there is a lot of speculation out there that Candus went to the Dollar General after she and her mother dropped Hunter off on June 15th, 2021, that day. The Dollar General. So I went on Google Maps and I looked at where Hunter lives, right by the Eastman chemical plant. I won't say the address. Once you leave that neighborhood, you go on to Sullivan's Garden Parkway. You travel southwest-ish towards 347. 347 turns into Beach Creek and then eventually to Ben Hill. There is a Dollar General right there at 347 and Sullivan's Garden Parkway, almost at the corner there. So I called the Dollar General to inquire if Candus or Summer were in that store that day she was reported missing. I want you to hear the conversation I had with the Dollar General employee at that location. Check it out.
June15th, speaking. May I help you?
Hi, good afternoon. Is this the Dollar General on Sullivan Gardens Parkway in Kingsport? Yes. Hi. My name is Jonathan with Original Media Group. I am investigating and looking into the Summerwells case, and it's my understanding that Summerwells was inside your store before she was reported missing.
Sir, we are not allowed to talk to the media in any way for any reason.
Ma'am, can I ask you a question? Why?
It's company policy.
Is that, has law enforcement told you that?
It's Dollar General company policy. Thank you.
Interesting. So what do you think? She didn't confirm or deny. And I find that response very interesting. A lot of times looking into missing people's cases or cases about suspects in crimes, and when you call a location to inquire about someone in reference to that case, if authorities were there prior, or that was a place where they actually went or frequent or were involved with, the employees there are very tight-lipped and say we cannot confirm or deny or refer it to corporate. For instance, I called 2 other Dollar Generals in the area. One by Fall Branch, in between where Don Wells worked, where he says he worked, June 15th, 2021, and Ben Hill Road in Fall Branch, Tennessee. There is a Dollar General in that area, and I called and I asked the same thing. Was Summerwells in this store? And the employee was very forthcoming. Said, no, we've heard about that case. No, poor child. We haven't seen or heard of any of them. No authorities have ever came here. And I called another Dollar General in the Jonesboro area, and the employee said the same thing. Very, upfront, told me, no, we haven't seen or heard from them or no law enforcement. But this particular one, right at the corner there of 347 and the main road leaving Allie's house, you heard the response. You heard. Makes me wonder. Did they go in the store that day? Candus, Grandma, or Summer? Both? Two of them? Or did law enforcement go there to talk to the employees or look at their surveillance? Their surveillance most likely probably faces the road, and they wanted to get an idea of when Candus drove past there after she dropped Hunter off, to get an understanding. Timeline. I think timeline is important. As Candus claims, they went home after dropping Hunter off and unloaded groceries, planted flowers, did laundry, and Summer went missing. Timeline. Timeline is very important. I believe that law enforcement is and had contacted numerous businesses along that route, leaving Allie's home in Kingsport all the way up to Ben Hill Road. Just to ask them, all these businesses along the way, and probably residential homes too, do you have surveillance looking at the road? They probably most likely want to find out the time frame between how long it took Candus to get home that day, if she went home that day. If she went home that day. For instance, that Dollar General that I called is right before you turn onto 347. Now, if they ask for surveillance there and say they got it, they'll have an idea of when Candus passed that Dollar Tree. Did she make a right and go down 347 towards Ben Hill Road? Or did she go straight, which takes you down towards Jonesboro, where Don Wells claims he was working that day? What do you think? I'm sure they have contacted numerous businesses along different routes that they suspect Candus and her mother took. Timeline's important, especially with what Candus and Don Wells said to authorities in reference to this case. The statements that they gave to authorities. So we are actively looking for Summerwells. We are working and doing our online sleuthing to find out what happened or bring clues, bring awareness. We're approaching 1 year since Summerwells went missing. 1 year. That's very, very long. It's long enough. Summer deserves justice. Summerwells deserves justice. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Summerwells, contact the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND or contact the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. Justice for Summerwells. Everyone be safe. God bless. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention. It is also possible that media outlets have already contacted the Dollar General, and was inquiring about Summer already. And the employees there are just hush at this point. They don't want to talk about it anymore. And it's also possible that online sleuths or private detectives or citizens or people that just want to find out what happened to Summer contacted that same Dollar General, and Dollar General just wants to be quiet. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to say anything. So those are also the possibilities. And I also said prior that if Candus returned home, of course we know that Candus returned home. It's just when she returned home. Did she return home with Summer, then report her missing, or did she go somewhere else, then go home and report Summer missing? A lot of unknowns. A lot of unknowns. But justice for Summerwells. If you have any information, contact authorities. We are approaching a year, people. A year is too long. Too long. Summer needs to be found. Everyone be safe.